Three, two. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode
21.
21. So I was
we're
right.
Teenagers, or not teenagers. We're legal.
Adults. We're legal. We could drink now.
We're legal.
Holy cow!
Oh man!
I want to point this out that I was right and you were wrong.
Congratulations!
Which, by the way, is going to be the second time this week that I was right and somebody was wrong. And that's going to be my Kids Corner story.
Oh,
I'm so excited. I love being right.
Oh, we already know where this is going.
I love being right.
If you were here last week, you know 100% where this is going.
I love being right. Okay.
Oh, man.
Sean, what is our unofficial sponsor this week?
A whiskey that I've been waiting a long time to try. The Whistlepig. Look at this fancy, nice little bottle. 6 years aged.
6 years.
It has a little piggy on there.
I've definitely heard of this brand. I believe from Joe Rogan. I'm not 100% sure.
I've been talking about it for like 5 months now. So
okay. Well, we have this bottle, even though it's my turn to bring the drink. We have this bottle because Sean bought it for me for my birthday. So thank you, Sean.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. By the way, do you see how fancy you got for episode 21? Look, you got a collar on and everything.
I had a business appointment before this.
He's so fancy.
I had to be a little dressed up for that anyways. And I shot my other podcast earlier today.
Oh,
so
cheers.
Cheers, buddy. That's pretty good.
Good?
Got a little kick to it. It was good. I like the flavor.
I was thinking the same thing. At first I was wondering what I was thinking.
Yeah. It's got a good flavor to it.
But as you can tell, I'm not rushing to my Pepsi, so it's not that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. I think it would be really good on ice. Like, really good.
I can see that being a good sipping.
We're going to do something fun today. So I think we've kind of determined that coming into the sporting season of the NFL, which is our favorite.
Hold on. What season's coming up now?
The NFL season.
What season?
The NFL season.
Football!
Can
you hear me? Can you hear me, Mike?
You know what? It wasn't as bad listening to it.
It wasn't, but it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun. You were messing around, having a good time. That's all that matters. But football season is back, baby. Training camps are up and rolling.
Injuries are already happening.
I got Hard Knocks coming in like, I think,
right
3
after
days.
the Hall of Fame game, yeah.
I think like 3 Friday, right?
Yeah. It's the 10th, I think, comes out.
I thought it was the 6th. But anyways, I already subscribed to HBO. We are in the mix of football season, Sean. And I'm so excited. So today we're going to do a brief look ahead, pre-injuries, pre-preseason, pre-everything.
By the way, guys, we did absolutely no homework on this.
This is gut reaction.
Gut reaction, just looking at it on a screen here and saying, I think they're going to win the division.
Yeah, so we're going to go over division winners.
I'm going to call timeout real quick. Just because maybe I'm losing it, okay?
You're definitely losing.
Maybe, but I didn't know your Cowboys were in the AFC South.
They're not. we need to get a better division here. Hang on. What the hell was that all about? For those of you listening or watching, we have my laptop pulled up, and I picked a picture of divisions, and it looked right from the start. But no, even the AFC North has the Colts in it, so that's wrong.
And your replacement was Jacksonville?
I guess. This is right.
Are we sure?
Yes, this is right. This is 100% right. Okay.
At least your division's right.
No, all the divisions are right. I'm looking at it right now. Okay. But anyway, so we're going to go through and pick our gut reaction of who's going to win each division. We're going to write it down because, we need bragging rights on this show.
You do know it's on video.
I don't care. We're still going to write it down. And then we're going to pick our early Super Bowl favorites for the AFC and NFC and who we think might win that matchup. And then hopefully we'll revisit it throughout the year. I would like to keep that.
I think we should keep going. I think
at the very least a Super Bowl one. Maybe we'll revisit divisional winners when the end of the season happens.
Truthfully, I feel like this is preseason. I feel like we should have this right before the beginning of the real season as well. After injuries, after you see...
We'll revisit our list and make changes maybe right before the season starts.
Yeah, injuries happen all the time, especially in the preseason. Look at all the guys that went down.
Absolutely,
Mr. Kenny Golladay, the guy you dropped, He already has his hamstring hurt again.
Dak Prescott's got a hurt shoulder.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely injuries happening. What's going on with Carson Wentz? I saw that he had a big injury.
Fractured foot. He is having surgery. It's going to take him out like 6 weeks, the first 6 weeks of the season.
Ouch, so that might lower the Colts for sure, right?
Yeah, but look at the division they're in. They have one team.
Do they still have Jacoby Brissett, though? Or?
They did. They brought him back in, but they're going to go with that Eason or whatever, the rookie they drafted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Eagles fans are probably laughing right now because they got one over, maybe.
But everybody's been laughing at them all off-season anyways.
I've definitely been laughing at the Eagles all off-season.
Maybe they needed a laugh at some point.
I guess.
So,
Well, do you want to start AFC or NFC?
Oh, man. Your choice. It's your birthday.
We'll go. It's not my birthday anyway. That was last week.
No, well, you still created this idea. This was all on Ian this week.
We'll go AFC. And this is messed up because we should be starting AFC East, not North. So let's go ahead and start AFC East.
Cool.
We have the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets.
I'm not going to lie to you. This, to me, is a tougher division to pick from because there's 3 teams in there that I could legit see winning it one way or another.
I don't know if I see the Patriots winning a division.
I don't put anything past that. Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be the quarterback all year. I think.
So you think they're going to win it with a rookie?
Yeah, it's Bill Belichick. He won it with. He went to the Super Bowl with Tom Brady. Yes, Tom Brady turned into the greatest quarterback ever, but he still went to the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Tom Brady had been on the bench a couple of years at that point, right?
One, I think. I think the 1 year prior.
Better than rookie, I guess. I just don't see it. I think this is a clear-cut winner, in my opinion. I can put in my vote early. AFC East is going to be Buffalo.
The harder one, more than the Patriots. The Patriots are just one that once again, I don't want to put it past them. But I think the Miami Buffalo, but I'm going to go Buffalo as well.
Okay, so you're going to go Buffalo as well. I mean,
I'm not going to differ.
I like the coach in Miami.
I love the coach in Miami. The question mark I have is their quarterback.
I actually like all 4 coaches in the AFC East. I think that the Bills have a good coach with McDermott.
Yeah.
I liked Saleh for the Jets. I like Belichick, obviously. I think he's the greatest coach of all time. And then I always forget the name of the Dolphins coach, but the Flores.
Yeah, that's it, Brian Flores.
I like Flores too, but I just don't. I didn't see enough from Tua last year to make me think he's going to beat Josh Allen twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm agreeing. Why I'm saying the Bills. Be honest with you, I think the Jets have a great coach, like you just said, with Saleh. I just think they're a few years away. They have to build a team first before they're even in that conversation. Because their team was crap. Let's just be honest. They had a crap coach, had a crap team.
Yeah. I don't think. I think the Jets are a couple years away from being something. I do think they're going to be a nastier team.
I think they hired the right coach. I think they have a good GM. I just think they don't have you have to rebuild your talent pool. I mean, even if you like Wilson, the new quarterback. Okay, so you have a good quarterback finally. You still need weapons. You still need a line. I guess they got a lot. Wake up Betten or whatever his name was last year.
I just think they're going to win a couple games just based on edge and like nastiness. I feel like they're going to bring like a nastiness to the table.
I just don't know if they're going to in their division. Maybe against the Patriots, but don't get me wrong. Outside their division, I think there's teams out there I think they're better than.
Oh yeah.
It's just their division. I look at that. Buffalo is damn good. Miami is the closest thing to beating Buffalo, I think. New England, how can you ever put anything by Bill Belichick?
You cannot. You can't. You can't rule him out. I have a hard time ruling him out, but I just don't. I look at their roster and I just go, where's it going to come from? Like,
I agree.
Wrong, he won what, like 6 or 7 games last year?
No, they were 8-8, didn't they?
8-8.
And he was missing 3 guys from COVID who sat out the season for off his defense, his massive monster defense.
Yeah, I mean, it could absolutely happen where they could win the division.
And they did bring in the 2 weapon tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith.
Barring injury, though, I just think Buffalo's got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And I hope Dave's not listening because I really don't want to listen to his bragging about. I think that they're going to easily win the division,
easily over Miami.
I think easily, but I think that once they run into some good teams in the playoffs, they're just going to have trouble. That's my opinion.
Did you hear, before we keep going on with that, and sorry, Dave, if you haven't heard this yet, the report that they're looking to move to Austin, Texas?
I did not hear that.
That was in the news today.
Wow. I did hear something about their stadium, like they want the taxpayers to pay for a new stadium or something.
And without that, they are considering a move to Austin, Texas.
Which is very close to Dallas.
Which, yeah, Texas could take on 3 teams.
Oh, yeah, it's a big enough area for sure. I mean, you got NBA, you got a couple of teams in Texas. Why can't you have 3 teams in the NFL?
And you already have the Texas Longhorns in college.
Yeah.
Just change the colors up a little bit, and you're good to go.
In Buffalo, I mean, there's probably Buffalo farmers in Texas, I would guess.
Probably.
Yeah, I like it.
So
Dave might not like it, but I like it.
That's what I'm saying.
I like it. Okay, let's move on. AFC North, your division.
All right.
This is a very competitive division.
It is.
Do we think that the worst team in the division, the Bengals, are going to be much improved? I think they will be.
Here's the catch. Even if they're not, every game in this division, you said this with me before, is always a dogfight. Every time,
especially once the weather gets cold.
It doesn't matter which matchup it is. It's always a dogfight between whatever matchup. But a few years ago, when the Ravens were 13-3, the Browns, who weren't winning yet at that point, beat them.
Yeah.
They beat them.
Would you be surprised if Joe Burrow won the division?
Yeah, that one would surprise me. Don't get me wrong. I think they're going to be competitive. I think they have a decent team.
You think they're like a year away?
I think they're an offensive line away. Their line's not good. And once again, this goes back to me and you our draft conversation where they skipped over the draft. This is Penny Sewell. As much as I like Jamar Chase, I like him. I think he's going to be a great receiver. How do you skip over a lineman that's projected to be a generational lineman for your quarterback, your stud quarterback that just hurt his leg?
I was going to say, especially considering that he literally got demolished his rookie year. Like, he had a good rookie season until he got hurt.
He looked fantastic. He looked like a star quarterback in the making.
Here's the thing. I am 100% believer in the fact that coaching... It may not be the difference between like 8-8 and 13-3, but coaching definitely wins divisions. And I like every coach in the division except for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Zach Thomas, yeah.
Zach Thomas just does nothing for me. I think he got hired solely because he is associated with the Rams coach.
Oh, yeah.
And like everybody thinks that if you're that next hotshot young coach, that's Arizona's coach got hired that way. I don't see it. There's nothing there for me. He does nothing for me. Maybe he'll prove me wrong.
So I have a question because we talk about hotshot coaches like that.
Yes.
So Sean Payton has been a hotshot coach for a long time now. Not even like a recent thing, but a hotshot coach for a long time. Why does his assistant coaches never go like that?
I don't know.
You ever notice that?
A lot of times his assistant coaches, though, are longer-term people who have already had head coaching jobs, like Greg Williams and Allen was already a head coach. So
and he doesn't really go after offensive coordinators because he wants to run his thing.
He goes after proven commodities that have already been head coaches, typically. So that's why I would think that his people don't get nabbed up, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But in this scenario, I would eliminate the Bengals from competition. I think that Lamar Jackson's been figured out.
Yeah, I can see that.
And they didn't really add anything that makes me go, ooh, in the offseason.
They got receivers, but who did they get? They got Sammy Watkins.
Again,
not a new.
Don't get wrong. You need that guy who's going to go over the middle and catch balls.
Who did they draft? They drafted a receiver.
They did draft a receiver.
Rashard Perryman or something like that?
No, Rashard Perryman's already a receiver in the NFL.
Rashad, he was out of Minnesota, I want to say. He was towards the end of the first round.
Either way, they didn't add anybody that's going to just like light the world on fire. Yeah. And Hollywood Brown is like...
He's a second guy. He's a number 2 guy.
I don't even think he would be a number 4 guy on mine or your team.
Well, you look at the receivers.
I'm just saying, I don't think he'd be a number 4 guy on our teams.
He's too small, to be honest with you. That's his issue. He's too small, and the speed doesn't work for Lamar Jackson.
And I don't see the Browns winning more than 10 games with Baker Mayfield.
Are you going where I think you're going here?
Unless he takes a jump in the right direction, right? If Baker actually...
Hold on. Anybody else paying attention to this, please see where we're going with this from Ian's perspective.
If Baker Mayfield takes a step in the right direction, I just don't see it, okay? So I am 100% going to say the Steelers are going to win the division.
Why did you have to jinx us like that?
Well, number one, if it happens, then I'm right. Okay?
Right,
and
that's
it does, more times than not, it does happen. It's either the Ravens or the Steelers. And I think that the Steelers made good moves in the offseason. They got a running back. Hopefully they're going to have more of a focus on the running game. And they got a good receiving core, and they have a hell of a defense. So I don't see how I can go wrong picking the Steelers to win the division. Do I think they're going to win the Super Bowl? Hell no. But do I think they're going to win their division? Yes, I do. So I'm going to lock in the Steelers.
So this is almost a flip from where I was before past conversations. Okay, so I've been very honest that I thought the Steelers would probably be number 3 in the division. I've been very honest thinking that. However, recent maneuvers that they've made in terms of cuts and signings and things like that, like the Ingram move that they brought in on the defensive side to replace Dupree, the move they brought Trey Turner in to put him back on the line to replace Castro, who's been injured for a long time now. The gradual moves like Najee Harris in the offseason to refocus on the running game. Maybe it's the Steeler fan in me. I'm tied between them and the Browns. I do have the Steelers over the Ravens now in my mind, but I'm very torn between them and the Browns because I think the Browns are... And here's where I'm heartbroken because how many years did we say the Browns were going to be great and they sucked that year?
Every year, except for last year where they finally did something.
And I think neither one of us said they were going to be great because we were just too torn on saying they're going to be great.
And I think that we're all on the fact that like Baker is not what was advertised. He's another Jeff Garcia. He's never going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's never going to be a top 15 quarterback in the league, but he's going to be a game manager who doesn't lose you the football.
The catch though with him, and it's not him actually. The catch with the Browns, I should say,
their running game.
It's not even the running game. Their head coach Kevin Stefanski.
I do like Stefanski.
I like Stefanski.
I like him too.
And as much as I've said my honest truth about Tomlin at the end of the day is an incredible coach. At the end of the day, no matter what way you can look at the negative side,
the dude has never had a losing season.
Correct.
In 13, 14 years.
Oh, I couldn't even answer that question. He's
Here,
just
we gotta do another one. Let's do it. Whistlepig. This is probably my favorite out of all the whiskeys we've had.
It's good. I caught it on the bottom if you look. The reason why it has that swing, that little jab to it, is it's spiced.
I like it. So, cutting to the chase, you're going to go with the Steelers here.
I am going with the Steelers.
Okay.
Just because the heart, it's all come down to the heart part of it.
So, I just want to point this out. We're 2 divisions in, and we're both
tied,
agreed.
yes.
We both agreed on the winners of those divisions.
What's going on with us?
I don't know. We've been getting along on our decision making a lot lately.
We have.
It's scary.
It is, guys.
It's scary. I'm so sorry. This shouldn't happen.
I don't know what happened.
I can almost guarantee we're not going to agree on the next division, though. The AFC South. What are your thoughts, Sean? There's no clear-cut anything in the AFC South, with the exception of maybe the Texans. If they trade Deshaun, will be the worst team. Which, by the way, nullifies our bet. We had, for those of you that
episode 1. Go back to episode 1.
Was it episode 1?
Episode 1.
No.
No, it wasn't 2 with Dave.
It was 2 with Dave.
Okay.
It was episode 2. We had a bet on the Jets or the Texans who would have more wins, and I said I get the tie. If Deshaun Watson gets traded, then the bet is null and void. But I said the Texans will win just based on Deshaun's talent alone. But yeah, as of this point, they're still talking about trading him. As of this point, I don't think he's going to get traded.
He won 3 first-round picks for him.
And he's a basket case.
Yeah, and you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, nobody's going to... You'd have to be an extremely desperate team.
Maybe the team right to the right, who seems to just lost their quarterback that they traded for.
I don't see them doing it. They're not desperate.
I don't either. Actually, if it's anybody, I think it's Philadelphia. But
I can see the Raiders doing it.
Yeah, maybe I can see that happening.
I can see the Raiders, the Eagles. I could see Carolina.
That was my next one.
I could
New Orleans.
I could see. Definitely the Eagles. Even the Washington football team. I could see doing something like that.
The Saints. I would go with the Saints.
The Saints for sure. We're gonna get to the Saints because they're a basket case waiting to happen right now.
In the East, anybody? I mean, maybe the Patriots. They
I
just drafted the quarterback.
I can see the Jets. I can see the Patriots.
I can't see the Jets. They just.
I can see the Dolphins.
They just moved that. I can see the Dolphins definitely, but
they're like 2 as a joke in training camp already. They could make that trade.
See, I think the Jets are in love with their quarterback, Zach Wilson, the guy they just drafted.
Could you see a Baker Mayfield for Deshaun Watson trade?
The Browns better be giving up a lot more pieces than Baker, but I'm
saying and draft picks. You know.
I can
Maybe
see that.
2 first-rounders in Baker.
I can see that because
I
they
can
didn't
see that
re-sign
happening.
Baker. They didn't re-sign Baker. So
I can see that happen.
if that's the case, I may switch my
Dude.
pick from the Browns to the.
This is the hardest division probably out of all of them to call.
Oh, I
okay?
can tell you right now. I'll tell you my pick. It's the Titans.
Okay, so
is not even
Sean's
a
going
question.
with the Titans.
Not even a question, especially after the news of Carson Wentz being out the first 6 weeks.
Now listen, in tough decisions, I like to go off of coaching. Okay,
Yeah.
And I love Rabel
Okay.
and I love Frank Reich.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like both. Honestly, I like this division. I like 3 of the 4 coaches. I would include Urban Meyer. I like Urban
I
Meyer.
just don't know
if
how Urban's going to do in the NFL.
I get it, but I still like
I do
him.
like Urban Meyer. But I still, that's a new regime. Would it shock me if they won the division? No.
Oh, I don't think they have a chance, but I still like him as a coach.
But would it shock you? Would you fall out of your chair if
If Urban Meyer pulled that eye?
if 27 weeks from now we find out that the Jaguars won the division?
The only way I can see that happen is if Trevor Lawrence is the next coming of Jesus.
What about Gardner Minshew? He played decent.
He's not getting that team, dude.
He hasn't taken a shit in like what 4 weeks or whatever he said.
Oh, that's
He's
that
not a
mullet,
number-
that big, beautiful
He's not a number
mustache.
2. He hasn't taken a shit in forever. So
Congratulations, but you are a number 2 on that team.
okay, you and I have to disagree. Okay? So for
real
the
close.
fact that you and I need to disagree on this list, I would usually probably go with a slight lean towards the Titans, but I will go with the Colts. Just for the slight, and they won the division last year.
That's why I was getting the Titans out before you. That's why I
In
was...
6 weeks, I mean, that means Carson Wentz might be back by week 1, which, by the way, and you know I'm an Eagles hater.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carson Wentz is
I think
a
he's great.
top 10 quarterback.
I think he's going to be great with the Colts. That's why I'm only making this decision
I
based off
honestly
that.
think he's a top 10 quarterback, and when I watched the Eagles last year, it wouldn't shock me if he purposely tanked.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, dude. If he wasn't injured the first 6 weeks of the season, the Titans and the Colts were so close to me. But I can tell you right now, I would probably match your pick. If he was still healthy for the first 6 weeks, I probably would have had the Colts over the Titans. Just being honest with you.
So we're down to the AFC West.
Oh, man.
This is the easiest division of football to call, right?
It should be.
Unless Deshaun gets traded to the Broncos.
Unless Justin Herbert is amazing like he was last year.
Come on, they're a year or 2 away, right?
We're gonna save our time.
Chiefs. We don't even need to talk about it. Okay,
How do you not say the Chiefs on this?
barring injury. This whole list is barring injury, right?
Yeah, but how many injuries did the Chiefs have to take? Look at the rest of their squad.
But no. I'm just saying, like, barring a star. Like, okay, for instance, last year, Dak Prescott goes down. The Cowboys missed the playoffs by 1 game. You can't tell me Dak wasn't worth 1 game.
You also are talking about a division that wasn't a winning.
I'm just saying, though, you can't tell me Dak Prescott's not worth 2 or 3 games. A starting quarterback in the NFL is worth 2 or 3, 4 games sometimes, if not more. And
your issue last year was your defense was horrendous.
Yes, that's a whole other issue. But I'm just saying, like, if for some reason Mahomes goes down for 6 weeks, I could see the Broncos, the Raiders, or the Chargers winning the division. Okay, but barring injury, there's no reason why the Chiefs should not win this division.
Oh, the division! They should smash this division.
They should win by a couple games,
Yep.
easy.
Yep.
Right. So.
Oh, I honestly. So usually you would say 13-3. Honestly, I would put the Chiefs at a 14-3, 13-4.
I haven't looked at their schedule. We have 17.
I don't care. You're playing these teams twice. Most of these teams they'll beat 2 times in their own division. So that's 6.
The Raiders have oddly had their number.
That's great, but I'm still going to put the money on the Chiefs on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to put the money on the Chiefs. 17 weeks is a game changer, though.
Yeah, it is. That one
really
extra
is.
week is really different.
I love that for fantasy football.
Yeah.
Honestly, preseason should be 1 game.
Yeah.
The regular season should be 21 games.
Tell the starters
20, 21 games. That's what NFL football should be.
Tell the starters that.
You know my theory. There should be 1 month off in football, right? We talked about this. There should be 1 month off in football. Okay, I'll give them 90 days. The players get 90 days to rest. We fit the draft, free agency, and preseason or training camp into 90 days.
Yeah.
And that makes me warm and fuzzy as a football fan. Because now my wife, on the other hand, might have the completely opposite argument here. But, like, the world, life, everything is not the same without the NFL.
I agree. And actually, the middle division here, we're in the middle now here. We're switching over to the NFC.
We're switching the NFC, yes.
So just so you know, and he doesn't know this yet, so this is going to throw him off. Me and him are going to go watch the Hall of Fame game this Thursday.
Yes, we are.
Steelers, Cowboys. By the way, thank you for voting on the Steelers to be the team you support.
Okay, a large
90%.
percentage of the people on your following list are Steeler fans. Shut up, okay?
Actually,
Get over yourself.
Dude, actually, as soon as you put the @ symbol with the Cowboys in, any @Cowboy fan can see it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just throwing it out there.
But the people that actually are going to see that are people on your friends list, and 90% of them are Steelers
They're
fans.
technically your friends list. They're following our show, not me.
I'm just saying. I don't have many friends that are Cowboys fans, my friend. I have Bills fans, Steelers fans, Browns fans, no Cowboys fans. Okay?
No, nonetheless, 90% of it was support for the Steelers.
Sure. Okay.
To his one vote.
That means zero.
To his one vote.
That means 0. Okay.
On that note, me and him are going to be going to a nice little bar on Thursday.
Did we decide Terrace Bar? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we do a little 5-minute episode real quick.
Sure, yeah. Maybe after the first drive, which will be the starters, we just step outside real quick and just film a quick thing.
Maybe
and then
we do it
post
there. We just turn the FaceTime
Depending on how
on.
loud.
Oh yeah, but I've seen loud videos of you before during Cowboys playoff games.
Maybe we'll just do random reactions and put them all together. Whatever. We'll do something.
Yes.
We will bring some content to our 20 subscribers.
Correct. 22. 22.
Oh, we went up to
22.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I haven't watched.
It's 22 now.
By the way, we're taking YouTube training classes. We're trying to get better for you. We're growing. We're trying to get better for you. Anyways.
By the way, we're also taking a stream interested in YouTube and all sorts of social media. So let us know if we do a good job. So
yes, just feedback. Any feedback.
It helps.
Great. If we
It really
suck,
does.
tell us we suck. It's cool. Whatever.
It really helps. It does.
But anyways, getting back to the conversation at hand, the Chiefs are clear-cut favorites, right?
Yes.
We don't have.
I don't think we have to discuss that one.
Okay. NFC North. I don't even know what to do here.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is back, so I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers with Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, the whole squad out there.
It's probably the safe bet, right? Green Bay is a safe bet.
I feel like it has to be safe. I can't see the other teams beating Green Bay in the division. Not yet. Chicago's a few years away.
Can I ask you a question? Is Chicago better with Andy Dalton than Mitch Trubisky?
Maybe, yes.
If that's the case, then they have a legit chance to win the division.
I just don't see them beating the Rodgers.
Are the Lions better with Jared Goff?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Plus, they got rid of all the receivers. So.
Could you see the Vikings getting back to form and getting to 12-4, 13-3 season?
No. I just don't think it's there.
This is where I disagree with you. I think the Vikings are due for a bounce back year. They had just a really... COVID was a weird year for everybody.
It was for everybody, yeah.
Okay. I think Aaron Rodgers' head isn't in the game. I think he's a tool bag, and I think
he's going full board because he's going to prove them wrong on his exit season.
Sure, whatever. He's more focused on Jeopardy than he's
maybe.
And I think out of the Bears, although I would love it if the Lions just crushed the NFL.
Oh, I would love to see the Lions win this division. I would love it.
I would love it. I would love for Dan Campbell to have success. Oh, we're getting drunk in this episode. I would love to see Dan Campbell have success as a head coach because biting kneecaps off, and I mean he's just going to be so fun to watch.
It's great. His whole philosophy is incredible.
So I would love for no other team in the whole NFL, including my Cowboys. I would be happy if the Lions won the Super Bowl this year. However, it's not going to happen. I'm gonna go with the Vikings. The Vikings have a good coach. The Vikings have a decent quarterback. You're going to go with Green Bay.
I am going with Green Bay on this one.
And we're going to agree to disagree there. I think it's close. Would it shock me if Green Bay won? No, it wouldn't shock me. Would it shock me if the Bears won? No.
Actually, I'll be honest with you, even more than the Vikings, it wouldn't shock me if the Bears won. They would have been my second.
The Bears have a great defense. Anytime you have a great defense, you have a chance to win the game. And I think I watched a lot of Andy Dalton last year. The guy's not bad.
Here's the catch. So for the Bears, why I have a thought with them. You just said the defense already, which if you have a good defense, you can win games. Doesn't matter who.
Right.
Okay, they have a good running back. Montgomery's been rated, had an incredible second half of the season last year, and they have Tariq Cohen coming back. They still have Allen Robinson as a stud receiver. They don't really have a tight end. I guess who did they bring in? They brought somebody in, but I forget who it is. Nonetheless, it's not.
And Andy Dalton's an upgrade.
Here's the catch. Even if he's not, they're going to go to an upgrade, which is Justin Fields.
Yes. 3 years from now, I would not be shocked if Aaron Rodgers retires and the Bears are dominating this division.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is going to be out of the division next season. What are you talking about? He already signed that new contract that has his contract ending at the end of this year.
2 to 3 years, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears are just dominating the NFC North.
Correct. Do I want to see the Lions dominate that division with Dan Campbell? Yes.
I love it.
Oh, my God. I want them to own that division.
I've honestly never disliked the Lions. I just like them as a franchise.
I have a track record. I have 2 teams I really like to root for, and I have the Lions, who I kind of want to root for, as like, okay, cool. But I love the Steelers. I'm always rooted for the Panthers. I don't know if I ever told you that, but I like the Panthers.
You did not ever tell me that. I've been almost pretty much best friends with you for the last 10, 12 years of my life, and you've never told me that.
Consistently like the Panthers.
I've always liked the Saints.
Okay.
And on the AFC, I've always liked the Broncos.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't like the Broncos, but I can see that.
I just, the Elway, like, hey, I grew up in that era.
I was a Packer fan, so that Elway Brett Favre thing.
Yeah.
You remember my Favre love?
I hated Favre so badly.
So there's the opposite. Here you go, guys. We're getting back to normal.
Yes, we're disagreeing. Okay, so you have Green Bay. I have the Vikings.
Correct.
Neither one of us would be shocked if the Bears win.
Correct.
Okay, so we pretty much agree outside of our picks.
We're pretty close, and I feel like one of those picks was only because you were trying to be different from me.
No. That this is trying to be different.
That's what I mean. Yes, that's why I said one of those picks.
We're very close on all of these.
I think that's the first one that we're really...
We could be really off in this scenario. Okay? The NFC East. We could be really off on this. Okay? Because you know where my head's at. And listen...
You're going to win the division by 4 games.
Listen, to everybody listening at home... I would say I am a relatively realistic Cowboys fan. Would you agree with that? Then normally
Until this year, yes.
Normally I'm humble. I understand that my team is just they're gonna do a couple things throughout the year, whether it's injuries or just screw ups, and they're just gonna screw up their season. Okay, I understand that. However, I look at the Giants.
Timeout.
No.
No, I want to take a shot before this.
We're taking a shot.
I want to take a shot before this. This is going to be ridiculous. So.
Whistlepig.
That actually gets better every time we've tried it.
Yeah, usually the whiskey gets worse every time we try it.
That one was really good. Honestly, the first few times, the spice that I kept saying about it was kicking in there. And it was making it like, okay, this is hard to shoot, but I can see how drinking it would be good.
And I love whiskey on ice.
Yeah.
This would be great on ice.
This, honestly, the spice to
it. I'm not supposed to ask this because it was a gift. How much does this cost?
$60.
Okay, so it's towards the upper echelon.
It's an upper,
whiskeys.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like it, though. It's probably my favorite whiskey I've ever had.
Oh, so far I'm thinking in the same ballpark as you right now.
Although I will say the Jack bought me the 46.
I saw that. I didn't see it.
And it was very smooth. I haven't, done it. But this has more flavor, but that's more smooth. Does that make sense?
I get what you mean. That's
so I guess
smoother.
It depends on my mood.
This has, once again, this is spiced.
Yes.
So
let me run through this real quick. The Giants.
Hold on, sorry. Caught my attention. Classic, spicy, spontaneous. It's a spontaneous whiskey.
I like it.
Sorry.
I actually like the Giants coach, that Judge.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, when he got hired, I laughed hysterically, like,
we both did.
Who the hell is this guy the Giants are? And then I really got to like him. And honestly, I don't mind Jason Garrett in the offensive role.
That's not a bad idea. He did decent with your running backs and everything.
Well, I feel like when he was the Cowboys offensive coordinator, he had one sole intention, that was to become the head coach of the Cowboys. And therefore he sabotaged Wade Phillips. And I have a whole thing on that. It's a whole episode.
That's going to be an episode.
But he's at a different point in his life. By the way, if you ever want to go to my website, ianhoover.com, you can read I put the top 10 most disappointing moments of a millennial Cowboy fan. It's it's probably the greatest thing I've ever written.
You need to post these things on Facebook when you post that stuff.
I did post it on Facebook.
Did you?
I did post it on Facebook.
Did you say that it was your article? Because I would have read it if I knew it was yours.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay.
I'll repost it, though. Top 10, because coming into the season, top 10 most disappointing moments of a millennial Cowboy fan's life. Okay, and it's classic. It really is. It's one of my best. I'm not a good writer. It is a great article. Even my wife enjoyed it, and she's pretty critical of what I do. Right. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, long story short, I like Judge. I like Garrett in his current role because he's not trying to take over head coach. He's been there, done that. And he's a decent offensive mind. I just don't like the roster. I think that whoever is picking players in New York is horrible.
Gettleman.
I mean, Daniel Jones, they should have Haskins as their quarterback. Daniel Jones is trash.
I should say thank you then because he's our third-string quarterback right now.
Barkley is overrated. We've talked about this.
We'll disagree with that.
I do like the guy from Detroit, the receiver, Kenny Galladay.
Which got injured today.
I do like Galladay, but you got to have a quarterback that get Galladay the football. The only thing I like about the Giants is their defense. Yeah. They have that like real hard-nosed linebacker, white guy. I don't remember his name, but he's really good.
Martinez,
yeah. He's like one of those like blue-collar guys.
He was in Green Bay before that. He was good in Green Bay.
He's a blue-collar guy. He was not a high draft pick. He works hard. I like those type of players.
Yeah.
Giants are trash. Eagles trash, right? The Eagles win a couple games because of the feet of their quarterback, and that's it.
I feel like we discussed this earlier when we said that they were the laughingstock this summer, them or the Texans, whichever way you wanted to go.
Laughingstock. Okay, real quick, summarize. We have a Super Bowl winning head coach. We're going to get rid of Super Bowl winning head coach to keep Super Bowl winning quarterback who wasn't a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but he was on the roster while they won a Super Bowl.
Who wants to leave.
And then they get rid of that, and then Super Bowl winning quarterback says, hey, folks, I don't want to be here. They trade him, so they don't have Super Bowl winning quarterback or head coach. Worst offseason in the history of football. This is the Donald Trump thing. I'm moving my hands back and forth. Worst offseason in the history of football.
But they hired a head coach who knew how to do a press.
Listen, this guy might be a genius. He's either horrible or he's a genius. I don't know.
He is a protege for Frank Wright in Indianapolis, which is why they brought him in because they were trying to appease the Wentz, and then Wentz is like, shit, no, I still want out of here.
Long story short is the Eagles don't scare me at all.
They shouldn't.
Don't get me wrong. Could they sneak a game off of the Cowboys because of their mobile quarterback, and the Cowboys have a history of not being able to defend a mobile quarterback? Sure, they could sneak a game. They don't scare me at all, okay, winning the division or anything like that. Here comes the only team that even has a chance of winning the division outside of the Cowboys, and that's the Washington football team. And let me tell you something. Ryan Fitzmagic has been in the league for a long time.
Yes.
He's been in the league a long time.
We've supported him. We've supported him multiple times.
Dude, I love
Ryan
Fitzmagic. If Dave is listening or LaRue's listening.
What was our old show? The Third Stringers? Find the Third Stringers on podcast. And listen, we have supported Ryan Fitzmagic for a long time.
The beard is awesome. I love Ryan Fitz. And yeah, Dave and LaRue and some of our listeners know for a fact that in Madden I've changed into a receiver. And I've had a lot of fun with Ryan Fitzmagic over the years. Okay. However, what we do know about Ryan Fitzmagic is he's going to put up crazy numbers for the first 4 weeks of the season. And then he's going to fall apart. It's what he does every year of his career. When he was in Buffalo in his prime, every year of his career, he puts up great numbers.
Miami, he was doing well until they decided they wanted to go to
4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, he does great, okay?
And the team rallied around him. They were pissed that they kicked him off.
I was pissed too because he was having a good year. He was having his best year of his career last year. And he was playing with heart, and I love it. He always plays with heart.
Here's my thing. In this destination, Washington football team, he doesn't have anybody behind him to really push that envelope like he has in other areas.
Liar. They absolutely do. This Heineke kid. No. Dude.
I saw what he did in the playoffs. I watched it. I think we watched it together.
He took Tom Brady to the fourth quarter. The team that won the Super Bowl, he took him to the fourth quarter. Heineke is the best quarterback on their roster, and they should be playing Heineke from day one, but they're not going to. Okay? Heineke is I'm not saying he's the best. No. Okay, get out. Heineke's an average player, and I think he, in that system with a great defense and a good running game, he could have success. Is all I'm saying.
He's not the second coming of Kurt Warner, third stringer who can make plays.
Either way, whether it is Fitzmagic, Heineke, or any other quarterback they have on the roster or will trade for in the next couple weeks, they have zero chance. If the Cowboys stay healthy, they have zero chance of beating my Dallas Cowboys. So I'm going to write down Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I knew that, but Nonetheless, mine's going to be simple here. Do the Giants have a chance? Probably not. Do the Eagles have a chance? Absolutely not. I'm down to the same two teams that you are. The catch I have here is if I was basing this off offense, I would be picking your Cowboys hands down. The problem I have is I still need to see your freaking defense because I know the Washington football team can play defense. I know they can.
Oh, I have no doubt they have the best defense in the division.
My question is, how bad is your defense?
I can answer that question for you. Okay. Now, we just signed another great safety.
You have
37 safeties.
I would say you have a whole defense of safeties.
We have 37 safeties on the roster, so it's great. I will tell you right now, the Dallas Cowboys have improved on the defensive side in both talent and scheme. They went back to the scheme that was working for them, and they added a next level generational linebacker. He's a rookie, but he's next level generational.
I like Micah.
I'm a huge fan of Leighton Vander Esch, and I think
that they've been up and down on, I guess, lately. I've seen.
Yes, there's rumors that they may not even keep him past. They didn't even extend his rookie deal, which
there was talks that the Steelers may trade for him this year.
Yes,
which I thought would have been great. Bring him in, put him on our linebacker.
Vander Esch is a hard-working linebacker. Do I think he is the best linebacker in the league? No. I think that Parsons can be the star, and Smith and Vander Esch could be the greatest linebacker core in the history of the NFL in the next 2 to 3 years. Okay, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that it has the potential to be that good.
I get what you're saying.
We added talent at safety. We added a lot of talent at safety. I don't know who they're thinking about.
You have 11 safeties.
I don't know who they're thinking about going with talent at safety.
Well, Keon and Neal will probably move the linebacker.
Neal is going to play the linebacker in the nickel.
Malik Hooker will be the safety. He'll be one of the safety spots.
I don't know because they also have that other guy from Atlanta that is supposedly the clear-cut strong safety. And then they have Donovan Wilson, who played great down the stretch last year.
They didn't go out of their way at the end of the offseason, before preseason, to go bring Malik Hooker in. Did not have any purpose for him.
I honestly don't know what
How
they're
much
thinking.
did they pay for him?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I didn't look at the contract. I just saw they signed Malik Hooker, and I was excited. I think that they have talent at safety now. I think they have some young talent at corners. And I think that the linebackers are strength at the core, and defensive line is the big question mark. But either way, they're going to be improved over last season. They will be at least be a top 20 defense. I wouldn't fall out of my chair, Sean, if they were a top 10 defense.
Okay, so here is where I'm
Dan Quinn's the big upgrade. Dan Quinn is the big upgrade. For those of you who don't remember, he was the defensive genius behind Seattle winning a Super Bowl. Okay?
Saleh was the same thing, but we didn't take the Jets.
They never won a Super Bowl. Okay? And he didn't have... Saleh doesn't have the offensive talent.
I guess he lost
on the other side.
I guess he lost.
He lost the Super Bowl.
And didn't he win it with the Seahawks, though? He was.
And if you're trying to compare the Jets roster to the Cowboys roster, I'm going to start laughing.
I'm not.
Okay, thank you. I like Saleh.
Plus, I think the Jets are in a harder division. If you want.
Anyways, that's my opinion. And yes, I 100% think that if they stay healthy, the Cowboys will win the division handily. I'm talking 4+ games, as I've said before, and as I have a bet offline in a different conversation.
I'm going to go the opposite here just to be different, honestly, because I'm kind of torn between the two.
So you're going to Washington football team.
I am. But truthfully, if you want my honest opinion,
I can't wait for this.
Honest opinion, the Cowboys should win this division. Okay? Honest opinion. And that's purely because me picking Washington football team means I think the winner of your division has 9, maybe 10 wins. Because I think that's the best case scenario for them.
I would not be shocked if the Cowboys are 14-3. Looking at the schedule.
Once again, I see where you're going with that.
I'm just saying.
With who they're playing.
And that's where, like, you guys laugh at me when I say the Cowboys are going to win by 4+ games if they stay healthy.
Yeah, no, we laugh because you come up with contingency plans for your
well, yeah, Dak gets hurt. The season's over. We have Garrett Gilbert as our backup quarterback right now. Okay,
that's why we laugh. We laugh because your contingency plans.
But I'm just saying, like, is it shocking that the Cowboys go 13-4 13 and
13
4.
and 4.
Okay, I'm so bad with this 17.
It's 14 and 3 or 13 and 4.
Okay, so would it be shocking if the Cowboys went 13 and 4 and Washington went 8?
If things
9 games? No, it would not be shocking.
Truthfully, if things worked out the way they should work out, your Cowboys should be 6-0 against the division. Okay? That's how much talent your team has.
Yes.
They should be 6-0 against the division.
5-1. They're going to drop a divivisional game. Every team drops
I'm saying what they should be is what I'm saying. Not what would happen, but what they should be. What division in the AFC do they play this year?
They play the AFC West, so they're going to lose.
So they're going to lose. They're going to lose to the Chiefs.
They're going to lose to the Chiefs, and they're probably going to lose to either the Broncos or the Chargers or
so
the
there's
Raiders.
2 right there.
They're probably going to win the Raiders. I think they'll.
They
drop
should
one
win
of
at
these
least
two.
one. They should win at least one of those 4 games.
Right, and then they finish 3rd place, so they're going to play the Cardinals or Niners. I can't remember who finished 3rd there. They're going to play the Falcons or the no. They're going to play the Panthers, and then they're going to play the Bears.
I'm sticking with my Washington football team just because I'm going to be different from your pick, to be honest with you.
Well, we have to be a little different.
Right.
We have to be, right?
Once again, should your Cowboys win the division? Yes. Am I sure they're going to? No. Wow, we're going division by division here.
I don't know, but this is really good. I'm sorry.
You're pouring to the max. I poured to the line.
Okay, so we are on NFC South.
Oh, man.
NFC South. Let's just talk real quick about how, which by the way, we might polish off.
Eric, where are you, Eric?
Eric, we're finishing off a bottle.
He probably would finish off the spot the rest by himself.
Yes, probably. Can we talk about how much of a cluster the New Orleans Saints are right now? Okay, we're going to overpay, and I know they have a lot of outs in the contract, but we're going to overpay our quarterback and pay him $35 million a year when we don't even know if he's going to be our quarterback. We're going to re-sign Jameis Winston as a contingency plan, and then Michael Thomas gets hurt.
It wasted right before preseason to decide to get the surgery on it.
Which, by the way, this has been known by the Saints organization since early June.
And they were okay with it. And they were okay with it.
And they know they're not going to get Michael Thomas back till October.
Oh, man.
And their receiving core
is nothing.
Outside of Michael Thomas.
Traquan Smith is their number one guy.
Traquan Smith is decent, right? He played decent last year.
Yes, but is he better than a 3rd or 4th on most teams?
He wouldn't make the roster in Dallas. He wouldn't make the roster in Pittsburgh. The teams that have good receiving cores, I don't think he'd make the roster.
Correct.
If he did, it would be a special
and
team.
he's going to be the number 1.
And he's going to be their number 1.
And didn't Ted Glenn just retire?
Ted Ginn is not there.
He just retired.
Emmanuel Sanders is somewhere
not
else.
there. He went
Buffalo, right?
Yeah, he went to Buffalo.
Which, by the way, speaking of Mitch Trubisky, I love the fact that he's the backup.
Backup, yeah.
I would take Mitch as a backup any day of the week.
He's quality. He's
a
quality
great
backup.
backup.
He's a quality
Great
backup.
Okay.
He's the guy that if I have to fill him in for a few weeks, okay, I'm cool with that. He can win a few.
This is a big shot.
I was gonna say you literally filled it up.
Ooh. He gets better every shot. I like it.
It's
Mitch,
smoother every time you take it. It's weird.
It is. Mitch and Buffalo, great move. I think we can slot the New Orleans. This is the first time since Sean Payton has been there. We can slot the New Orleans Saints as the worst team in that division.
I want to say the same thing. The problem I have with that is Sean Payton. That's the only problem I have with it.
I love Sean Payton.
I love him too. That's the problem I have.
Sean Payton should have been and should be the current coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He was on Bill Parcells' staff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the big mistakes Jerry Jones made in his career, and he's been vocal in saying it, is letting Sean Payton go when he knew Bill Parcells only had a couple more years left, or maybe only a year left. And that's why he did not make that mistake with Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
And why he will not make the mistake with Kellen Moore, who's going to be our eventual head coach. I'm calling that right now. And that's something that Jerry has vocally he's made a mistake. And Sean Payton is awesome, and I love his attitude. I love his coaching. I love his offensive game plans. Him and Drew Brees was one of the most classic head coach quarterback.
Here's the funny part: is if they had Drew Brees this year, even without the weapons, without the receivers, I still think they would be
with noodle arm Drew Brees. I would not be saying they were slotted for worst in the division.
Yeah, that's the kid. That's the weird part to that.
Who's Carolina's quarterback?
They just brought Sam Darnold in.
Sam Darnold. They traded the Jets.
Which I actually like. I like to give him a chance. I like that move.
I like that move. I don't think Sam got on a shot.
He was under Adam Gase.
Yeah.
Can you think of a worse coach than Adam Gase in the recent memory? Other than your hated Cowboy guy.
Who was the Raiders coach that is now? He's not.
Oh, I can't. Hugh Jackson. No, not for the Raiders, but I mean the Browns. I can think of a head worse.
You know what? I think Hugh Jackson gets a bad rap.
Dude, he won one game.
The Raiders coach, who's now the head, he went back to UFC and now is the head coach of Tennessee, or was the head coach of Tennessee.
Lane Kiffin.
Yes, Lane Kiffin.
He's at Ole Miss now, actually.
Worst head coach in recent NFL history, in my opinion. Which, oddly enough, Hugh Jackson was on that staff, by the way.
By pure number, Hugh Jackson is the worst.
So we can eliminate the Saints from conversation here. We could probably eliminate the Panthers with...
I'll be honest with you. If you want an honest opinion, I think the Buccaneers are the... You can put me down. I think the Bucs win the division. And I think that's the easy call on this. I think the bigger call is who's number 2. I actually think the Panthers are going to be better than you're saying. I think it's them or the Jets.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I think
I'm going to hardcore disagree with you right now. I think... And listen... This may be because we're 4 shots of whiskey in right now.
Yeah.
We're 4, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now. Okay, not gonna lie. By the way, if you don't know, this stuff makes you feel pretty good.
That's a good whiskey right there.
This stuff makes you feel like you're on top of the world.
You do know that is a whiskey I'm going to be going to purchase and put in my freezer.
So point this out as a. This might be a consistent whiskey.
I was going to say, this is an expensive one, but this is a consistent one.
This is one you need to have on hand at all times, okay? I'm going to come out and say something very drastic that you can post all over social media and get us tons.
That's probably going to be our album cover.
And put it and make tons of publicity for us. But the Cowboys are going to come out opening day and smash the Buccaneers. And Tom Brady is finally going to hit Father Time's wall. And the Buccaneers are going to finish 3rd in the division. Was this
the whiskey? Was this a dream?
No, this is what I've been thinking about.
Because you've been talking all off-season now you hate that that's the first week for you.
This is what we've been talking. I do hate that this is the first week for me. But
by the way,
Cowboys,
last week you told me to hold you to a best friend promise.
Yes, and we're going to go see it in person, and we're going to record this shit. Okay? I think that the Buccaneers place 3rd, Panthers place 2nd, and the Falcons are going to place number 1 in the division. Even though they don't have Julio Jones anymore, I am locking in.
Calvin Ridley. Gage was pretty good. They brought in Kyle Pitts. Mike, I don't know what your feelings are on Mike Davis. I kind of think I told you.
They have a new coaching staff.
They have Arthur Smith, which is a running head coach, more so.
I really like the Falcons roster.
I don't like their defense.
No, I even like their defense. I really like the Falcons roster, and I think they're going to finish number 1 in the division. I wouldn't be shocked if the Panthers finish number 1.
I have to tell you, our 3rd division, or our last division down here, is an exciting division.
It's the hardest division.
It is so exciting of a division.
Outside of the NFC or the AFC East, right?
Oh man, this division is so exciting to me because it is purely an offensive nightmare for most teams.
NFC West.
Oh man, there's so many good teams there.
We're doing a shot per division, aren't we?
Are we?
I thought we were.
Oh, I think we need it for this one.
We need it for this one. This is tough. I'm going to tell you,
Eric, this is your episode. You better watch this episode, Eric.
He's going on vacation. You think he's going to watch it?
Probably not.
Don't fill it up to the brim, buddy.
I'm not. You did that. I go to the line. You go to the brim.
The NFC West is amazing. Like, it really is. Okay. If we're going to go...
Real quick. I have to tell you something. We've done, what is this, 4 or 5? 4 or 5, somewhere there.
5. This is the 5th.
The last 2, I haven't even taken a swig of my Pepsi.
It's good.
It actually tastes good.
It's really good. We've polished off a half a bottle. And
more than a half a bottle.
More than half a bottle.
Big, look, that's the big side.
And it's really good.
Oh, man, that's...
The NFC West is 100% the best division in football. Can we agree?
I think so. Just looking at it, I think so.
And in my opinion, the worst coach in the league is Arizona.
Kingsbury? Oh, how can you get over that mansion? That star-studded mansion at the draft. How can you get over that?
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Can we get that as our background for our show? Can we somehow import that background?
No, we can't.
Oh, man. What are you trying to say? We're too blue-collar for that?
Cliff Kingsbury was a mediocre college coach.
He was. He was good at offense, though.
Who got promoted to the NFL because of the fact that he knew the Rams head coach.
Actually, you know why he got promoted?
Because he knew the Rams head coach.
That's one, but can I tell you why?
Why?
He was the offensive coordinator for Patrick Mahomes.
I thought he was the offensive coordinator for the current.
That was after Mahomes.
Okay, well,
but he was with Mahomes at Texas Tech.
But they drafted their current quarterback and then traded the former first-round draft pick to
Josh
the
Rosen,
Dolphins.
he got shit stick of things in.
Where is Rosen?
He really got shit stick.
Where is Rosen?
He was in Tampa last year. I think he went to San Fran, but I don't know if he's still with them.
He's not that bad of a quarterback.
You just don't get a chance. You don't have a chance.
The poor guy.
It's the same thing with Haskins, who got to our team. Haskins was a bad quarterback. He was under a bad coach in Gruden.
Listen, I love what the Rams did in the offseason.
Yes.
Trading.
Yes. Why are we agreeing on this right now? Why
Jared Goff to the Lions for what I think is the most underrated quarterback in the National Football League.
I'm agreeing with you here. No disagreement.
Hang on, we got to do this shot real quick.
I was going to say, so far, there's no disagreement here.
God, I love this whiskey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
Trading Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford was the most epic move.
They gave up a first-round pick to get rid of Goff.
Since the Herschel Walker trade of the Cowboys in the 90s. The most epic move. Could you throw in the Saints Ricky Williams trade? They traded a whole draft pick. The whole draft. Yeah, they traded the whole draft for Ricky Williams.
Yeah. Remember when Ditka came out and said, I'll trade my whole draft to get him? And then he did.
He did.
Ridiculous. But
look, what is the coach's name? I'm drawing a blank.
Man. Which one are you talking about?
The Rams coach.
McVay.
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay. It's me.
It's Sean McVay. I'm sure he has a lot of weight in that front office.
Oh, I'm sure.
And supposedly he's friends with his new quarterback.
Oh, he loved them. Supposedly, when the trade went through, they were both in the Bahamas or something like that at the same time, randomly.
I could picture that being something I would do. I'd be like, oh, I'm hanging out in the Bahamas with my new quarterback. I'm going to trade for this guy right now.
Dude, I love Stafford. I'm not going to lie.
I've always loved Stafford.
We've said this before in Detroit. When he was in Detroit, he's underrated, but he's incredible.
Stafford reminds me a lot of Tony Romo.
Him on the Rams is scary with Robert Woods, with Cooper Kupp. Sorry about Cam Akers. That's the part that scares me. A good defense. A good head coach who knows how to coach offense.
Head coach. Yes, I love the move. I love the move. However, can you rule out Russ Wilson? That's the question of this division.
I'll be honest with you. Can you rule out the 49ers? They're healthy again.
Yeah, we can rule out the 49ers.
Really?
We can rule out the 49ers.
Because before last year, they were in the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. Even though I do think their future is Trey Lance, and I can't wait to see that future.
I can rule out the 49ers.
Okay.
I can rule out the 49ers. To me, this division comes down to the Rams and the Seahawks.
I don't think the Seahawks are on the same page.
I love the Seahawks coach.
I do. I love their quarterback.
I love their quarterback.
I love their weapons.
Remember what in episode 2 or 3, I was 100% on board with the Cowboys trading the entire world for Russ Wilson.
Whole draft to get Russell Wilson?
The whole draft. The entire world to get Russ Wilson.
Dude.
And you've known me for a long time. I've not been a big Russ Wilson fan.
I can honestly tell all of you followers that years ago when it was Kaepernick versus Russ Wilson, Ian shot down both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them cold.
Russ Wilson has improved his arm. He is the best deep ball thrower.
He is a Steve Young.
League.
If you look at him, he is Steve Young.
He's better than Steve.
He's definitely better, but I just mean he's Steve Young.
He is by far, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the National Football League. And there's and listen,
I don't know if I want to say that.
No. I'm going that far. I think Pat Mahomes has a great team around him, and I think he has the best. He's got the better receiving core around him.
Can I be honest with you? I think we're in an era where there's great quarterbacks on a lot of
there's
teams.
so many good quarterbacks.
Where if you remember, like 5 years ago, we were saying, is there great quarterbacks in the NFL anymore? Maybe 5 or 10 years ago, we were saying that. And now it's like every team.
We were
has a great
devaluing quarterbacks 10 years ago.
But if you look at it, I can go through the list and not pick many not great quarterbacks.
I mean, really, yeah. I mean, there's really an AFC North.
And
not
Daniel
bad
Jones in your
quarterback.
Daniel Jones in your division.
Jaguars have an up and coming quarterback.
But dude, they call him a generational quarterback. Trevor
David
Lawrence.
Carr.
Derek Carr, you mean?
Derek Carr, one of the worst
remember
quarterbacks in the league.
You remember how we used to salivate over him?
We used to salivate over him. Could he turn around his career? Yes.
He was. Did you see his
And
numbers
Mariota?
last year? Hold on, look at his numbers last year.
And
His numbers were
Mariota
good.
behind him, not bad.
Not bad.
There's not a single horrible quarterback in the National
There's
Football
really
League.
not.
There's not a single horrible.
And even if there is, you probably can make it up with one of the backups. The backups probably on one of the teams would probably make up that.
Quarterbacks have become the strength of the NFL.
Oh, they really have that running
It's
back.
like teams in the NFL have been like, okay, wait a minute. Quarterbacks is why we win football games.
Let's figure this out.
Let's figure this out. And they figured it out.
And now you go year by year drafting, getting rid of a good quarterback to get a better quarterback.
Because in early 2000s, quarterback was one of the hardest positions. The Cowboys were signing guys like Clint Stoner.
Dude, do you remember
to play quarterback? They were signing guys like Chad Hutchinson to play quarterback.
Do you remember when the Ravens were winning with like Vinny Testaverde?
Yes, I do. I remember the Cowboys.
You're going for another shot already. Jeez.
No, this is the final shot.
Okay, sorry. I saw you pulling the cups. I'm like, wait, hold on here.
We're already over an hour in right now.
I'm not surprised. Football talk. I'm not surprised, but I'm also not surprised when people actually really look at this episode because we're talking football. And dude, I don't know about you, but I'm having a good time talking about football. I can't wait for football to come.
Listen, I will tell you right now. So, and I hope that's loud for the microphone, but it's not. We've already done it.
I haven't done it this week yet.
I will tell you why I'm so excited. I will tell you why I'm so excited about this podcast is because, like, no matter how much followers and how much subscribers, I'm just happy I get an extra day with this guy.
Can I tell you guys, follower-wise, not you, but follower-wise, I love all 22 of you. And whoever decides to follow us, I love you guys as well, okay?
Yes.
And Ian knows me personally. As a person, this is who I am. I do care about anybody who decides to give me the time of day.
Right.
That's who I am. However, I did this show to hang out with this guy here. This is why we decided to do this. I could give a damn less if we had one follower. I would do this show because I'm enjoying myself.
I mean, honestly, after 21 episodes, me as a business person, I'm like, we are not getting the turnout we expected to get. However,
that's not the point of this one.
It's not the point. We went in saying no expectations.
Yeah, this wasn't the point of it.
And we weren't even going to try. And now we're trying.
Dude, as soon as I decided to, let's start an Instagram account, we all of a sudden went from, 7 viewers to 22? And that was only like 3 weeks ago.
9. We had 9 viewers.
Okay, so 9. We went from 9 to 22 in the matter of like 3 weeks.
Yes.
Purely, and I have a feeling it has a lot to do with posting it on social media.
Yes.
And
friends of ours
there
and all that stuff. Yeah, sure.
Not just that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We go to those YouTube groups and say follow for follow, which I have to be honest, I hate this. And they're going to hate me for this, but when they do follow for follow, I don't actually follow them back.
Well, we don't know who's following us.
I didn't say that. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. But the fact of the matter is we're happy just to get together and talk.
It's a fun time, guys.
It's a fun time, and that's what this podcast is about.
NFL talk is fun for me. NHL, if I could get you really going on NHL, will be fun for me.
We're gonna get going on NHL.
By the way, this year, let's make a goal. Let's
What?
go to 2 Penguin games at least. Now that we can actually go to the arena and go.
We should do one together and one with our sons.
Well, I'm 100% on
Grace
board
and
with that.
Roman.
I was going to say I can't bring Ollie yet. I don't think it's ready for that.
No, always not ready for that. Roman and Grayson are though.
Yeah.
NFC West, we have to make a decision.
And that, by the way, if we do that, the kids, that's a kids' corner game right there.
Oh.
That's a kids'
should
corner
record
game.
that.
That's a kids' corner game.
We went to the Pirates game with Roman and
Grayson, right?
and
And Jake. By the
and
way, if you
Jake.
want to call kids' corner, we brought Jake.
And it was entertaining, to say the
Yes.
least.
Yes. By the way,
NFC West.
Hold on. Time out here. How did you pour our cups?
Dude, I'm feeling pretty good right now, okay? Like, does it matter?
You guys can't see this, but his cup is like down here. Mine is like
I'm
up
at the
here.
line, you're over the line, okay? It doesn't matter. NFC West, where are you at, buddy?
It's such a hard decision, but I'm going to go with the easy pick in the Rams.
Rams.
I feel like that's the easiest pick to go with out of that. And you know me, I like to beat you in competition, so.
I really want to go with the Rams. I really
know
do.
You do. I know you do. Everybody does. The Rams are the sexy pick in that division.
Remember last year. Now, remember COVID was messed up last year.
Yeah?
Through 6 weeks of the season, I don't think there's a single person in the world that would have said the Seahawks were not going to be in until the very end.
I would have. I was actually shocked how they were in it, to be honest with you. I didn't think they were supposed to be. Until they dropped off because Kittle and Bosa got injured.
I think their defense average, right? Top 15 average.
Well, they still got Wagner. I guess Wagner is incredible still.
They had injuries at the running back position. Now they have, what's their main guy?
Bobby Wagner.
No. Running back. Main guy.
Chris Carson.
Carson. They have Carson back healthy.
Man, we're through like 6 shots now of this. You can see the bottle from beginning to end.
We're
you can see the bottle.
We're crushing
nonetheless, how do I still know this, but this guy...
Carson's a good running back. Okay?
He's incredible. I love him.
So they have Carson
Dude,
back
they
healthy.
have Tyler Lockett, DJ get Metcalf.
And can we not say that Metcalf is
he's a beast.
He's one of the
He's
best.
a scary dude. You ever see that guy?
He's crazy scary. Dude. He's one of the best receivers in the National Football League.
He really is.
He really is.
I feel. Who did we have a was this Jake that we were having that conversation with? I forget who we were having a conversation with that saying how good DJ Metcalf actually is.
Probably Jake.
Probably Jake.
I'm going to lean with coaching experience, quarterback, best receiver in the division, and I'm going to say that Seattle will find a way to win this division. However, would it shock me if Arizona or San Fran won the division?
No. There's no team in that division that will shock me.
This is the best division in football.
There's no... I can literally... If I see a game between any of those 4 teams...
I'm tuning in.
I'm watching at some point. Because it's going to be entertaining.
Best division football,
dude,
hands down.
Arizona is so electric. And they are the up-and-coming team, I think, in that division.
NFC West, AFC West, AFC East.
So, hold on. I do have a question about the West.
Best division.
I do have a question about the West.
What?
Who's the best coach in that division? Not history, but who's the best coach in that division?
Currently?
Who's the best coach? Because you have Carroll, you have Shanahan, you have McVay. Sean McVay.
I would probably say Shanahan's the best coach.
Currently?
Yes.
Because obviously Carroll is...
But roster-wise... I don't think he's there.
You sure?
I think he's 2 years away.
Honestly, his issue, I think, is his receivers. I told you already.
I love his receivers.
I'm not sold on them.
I love Debo. I love Kittle. I love
them, but I don't think they're there. Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk.
Mortal Kombat.
I love their talent.
He's not listening to me, guys.
Yes, I play Mortal Kombat.
Ayuk!
I love their talent. I don't love their quarterback, and I don't love their rookie quarterback.
I love their rookie quarterback. When he finally gets the chance, I love their rookie quarterback. Jimmy G, I think, is a starter for some NFL team. I just don't think with Trey Lance behind him, he's the starter.
Jimmy G is the starter this year.
For now.
For what, 8 weeks?
For now, whatever it takes. Shanahan's... one thing I like about the Shanahans is they're going to win, okay? If they're not winning off the bat, guess what? He's going to go to Trey Lance.
Sure. If they go 2-4, they're going to
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
He's going to do what's best.
I wouldn't be shocked if they go Trey Lance from day one. However...
And here's the catch with the 49ers. Okay, so Kyle Shanahan took them to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, right? Just a few years. Not last year, the year before.
Yes.
Okay? Last time the Falcons were there, which was a few years ago, guess who was the offensive coordinator? Kyle Shanahan with Matt Ryan. With Matt Ryan's best offensive season. That was Kyle Shanahan. I think once Trey Lance gets in there...
Who's their head coach?
Dan Quinn. Your quarterback.
Dan Quinn, baby! Dan Quinn.
You think I drank too much, but I really actually know what's going on here.
No, I'm just saying. Dan Quinn.
Believe me, I got your point. When you said it earlier, I got your point.
You chose the Washington football team to beat my Cowboys.
Purely just to be different than you. I told you, just to be different.
We are hardcore going to come back to this list right here.
I hope we do.
We will.
And I'm hoping your Steeler pick is actually right, to be honest with you. I'm hoping that.
There's no chance the Steeler pick is wrong. Unless Ben Roethlisberger goes down.
And that's not even that.
I don't even know if that's the case because I would almost say Haskins. And
you do number 2 right now is Mason Rudolph.
I've seen some camp write-ups that say Haskins has a better arm than any of the Steelers quarterbacks.
At this point, yes. I wouldn't put Ben's arm against Rudolph or against Haskins.
So...
Are you kidding me?
My buddy Josh, he went to training camp today.
Yeah.
And he said that Najee Harris broke like a nice 50-yard run.
Najee Harris has been incredible, to be honest with you. Dude.
He said the rest of the practice, Najee Harris was completely locked down.
Yeah.
He said he broke one 50-yard run.
Well, you're in practice.
And he said that Ben Roethlisberger, while looking fat still, which that's been the rumors. That
you seen the pictures of him? He looks skinny, dude.
He said that he went to camp and he said that he was looking for Ben, and he said there was one chubby dude on the other end of the field throwing passes, and then that chubby dude threw his pads on. It was Ben Roethlisberger, okay? Which, by the way, did you see what I tagged you in?
No.
I tagged you in The Simpsons, Homer Simpson.
Yes, I did see. Okay. Yes, I did see that.
Ben Roethlisberger's never going to be skinny. Okay, it's just
his skinny is a. You just said it, Homer Simpson. That's a skinny. I'll be honest with you. If Ben ever looked like Tom Brady and was super skinny, I don't know what I would do. I would be confused.
Yes, I would be confused as well.
Because how's he going to run through tackles that way?
But he said that Ben was dropping dimes. And
I'm sure.
So, I mean, listen, Haskins is not going to be Ben Roethlisberger for starting.
He'll be Ben Roethlisberger next year.
He'll be the future quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers if he doesn't fuck up.
Well, that's true. Did you see what happened with him and his girlfriend or wife?
No, I don't care. If he doesn't mess up, he will be turned the keys to the franchise when Ben says I'm done, which I don't think is next year. I think it's 2 to 3 years down the road.
Once again, I don't think Ben will be back next year, but I do think it's Haskins' team to lose. Once again, if he loses it, if he sucks this season, are the Steelers going to draft a quarterback? If they have a high enough pick, hell yeah, they're going to. Because they already went that route. They went with Najee Harris this year. Okay. The only other route you go next year is either fixing your offensive line, which if Haskins works out, that's where you go. You go fixing your offensive line.
Right.
If Haskins doesn't work out, you go and get that quarterback. If he's there, if he's not there, then yeah, you go and take a lineman.
Why did you touch my shot, man? You touched it. You're lucky.
Why is yours so much lower than mine?
You poured it.
I did not pour this one.
You did pour that one.
Maybe I did. It's still. Can you see this?
Yeah, you poured heavier on yours.
Holy shit!
No doubt about it. Oh, listen. For y'all that don't listen on a regular basis, typically we don't get.
Listen.
typically we don't get intoxicated for the show.
Except for Eric.
We had the Eric show where we were intoxicated. This is the second episode where we've been
That's
intoxicated.
because this is
It's so good.
Really good.
It's so good.
Hey, Whistlepig, if you do end up listening to this episode or seeing my social media when I post it, send a bottle.
So good.
Send a bottle.
So good.
You'll make next week. If you send a bottle, you'll make next week again.
Yes, we will put you on next week.
I will literally, if you send me a bottle, I will put you on every week. I don't know about you, but...
No, this is the best whiskey we've had on the show, hands down. Okay. We're getting way off topic. What do we have? A bug?
Yeah. You see that little guy?
Is it ant?
No, it's one of those little fruit flies.
He flew away. All right. We have the Super Bowl to talk about.
Oh, man.
What is your Super Bowl matchup, Sean?
Jeez. Rams on the NFC.
Wow, Rams.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you, that Stafford pickup was incredible for them. I think that just...
Don't get me wrong, I love the Stafford pickup.
On the AFC side... This is rougher because I want to go with the Bills, but I don't think the Bills can do it.
No, Bills can't do it.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs again. They're just too good. They're just too good.
Asterisk. We are picking before training camp.
Injuries change things.
Preseason. Before the season. I think the Chiefs are a lock-in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how could they not be a lock-in?
I'll be honest with you. I think there's competition. I just don't think anybody can beat them at that point. I just don't.
Man.
They're too good.
The Bills were solid last year, and they got hot at the right time.
There's too many weapons on the Chiefs. There's just too many weapons. You think about it, Clyde Edwards-Helaire was actually pretty good. People didn't give him enough credit, but he was actually pretty good.
So who's going to compete against the Chiefs in the AFC? It would be the Bills, the Steelers.
The Steelers' defense would give them trouble. The defense would give them trouble.
But do you think the Steelers would win?
Just depends on Ben. It's really a Ben thing.
In a cold weather game, I don't see it happening.
In a cold weather... Oh, hold on. Time out. In a cold weather game, yes, I may look at the Steelers. In a warm weather game, I would definitely put my money on the Chiefs.
Dude, you might think I'm crazy here. I think the Colts... If they get hot at the right time.
If Wentz is back in time.
If Wentz is the guy we think he is.
I can see that.
I can see the Colts.
I can see that.
However, if I'm going to bet, which I'm a betting man. Yeah. By the way, we're going to talk a lot.
By the way, we do DraftKings. We are there.
We're going to talk a lot of betting stuff in the season.
Yes, that will be brought up, guys.
100% because I'm a gambling addict.
I'm not an addict, but I do go on DraftKings.
And you and I are I'm going to drag you with me to being an addict.
Guys, as much as me and him we don't necessarily agree with each other, we are very similar people. We do think similarly. We just don't always agree with things.
Here's where we're not going to agree. You and I both have the Chiefs. You have the Rams. I do love the Rams this year.
You're going to say the Cowboys, aren't you?
No, I am not going to say the Cowboys.
Okay.
The Cowboys choke too much to be.
As long as you don't say the Cowboys, I'm okay.
I am not going to say the Cowboys. The funny thing is, you're going to you could literally, we could put any sum of money on the table, and you would not bet who I would pick for the Super Bowl right now.
Interested. I'm interested in hearing.
Here's my theory.
I don't know if the mic can hear me, actually. What I said is I'm very interested in hearing what he says.
We have a Blue Yeti. It can hear you.
That was mumbling. I barely can hear myself.
Here's my theory. We have our division winners. The NFC division winners is going to be Vikings, Cowboys, Falcons, Seattle. However... the Green Bay Packers are going to be a wild card team. No, listen to me. They're going to be a wild card team. They're going to beat Seattle or the Vikings in the wild card round. They're going to go up to the divisional round. Listen to me. They're going to go up to the divisional round, and they're going to beat the Cowboys. Or they're going to be... Which, by the way, Aaron Rodgers is...
He hates Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is the kryptonite for the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to beat the Cowboys or Seattle in the divisional round. He's going to go to the AFC Championship game. He's going to take care of business against the Falcons, the Cowboys, or the Vikings. And Aaron Rodgers will be in the Super Bowl. And we will have the State Farm Super Bowl.
You can't see it. I wish you could. But it literally does say Green Bay versus Chiefs at the bottom.
Aaron
Rams
Rodgers
versus Chiefs at the bottom.
Listen, last year was supposed to be the State Farm Super Bowl. We are going to have the State Farm Super Bowl this year. It is going to be the Green Bay Packers versus Kansas City Chiefs. You didn't see it coming. I tricked everybody. The Vikings will win the division. The Packers will sneak in as a wild card, just like they did the year they beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl, and they will go to the Super Bowl. You took your glasses off right now.
You got me. That's why I didn't see. I definitely didn't see that one coming.
What do you think? The Cowboys?
No, I didn't know who you were going with, but I definitely didn't see the Packers coming.
Okay, so you have Chiefs Rams. I have Chiefs Packers.
Yeah.
Who is going to be your Super Bowl winner?
Oh man, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I don't think they're losing 2 years in a row. They're too good, dude. They're just too good.
I can't get my pen to work.
That's all right. Just write KC.
Chiefs. And because of the fact that I 100% hate Aaron Rodgers.
You're picking Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is going to win the Super Bowl. And he's going to choose the John Elway route. He's going to ride off on the sunset.
So, I'm going to call timeout on you real quick.
That's fine.
You're doing this purely because him and Devontae Adams posted the Michael Jordan Devontae Adams picture, or the Michael Jordan Scottie Pippen picture.
I don't care what they posted, okay?
Did you see that?
Listen, last year, Tom Brady and the Bucs were lucky. They were lucky to get past Washington. They were lucky to get past Drew Brees and Noodle Arm Drew Brees. And they were lucky that Aaron Rodgers had one of the worst games of his career in the NFC Championship game. And they were lucky to squeeze into the Super Bowl.
So, I'm not going to lie to you.
Hang on. They were lucky that Pat Mahomes had an injured offensive line.
His line was shit, dude.
And you and I think both agree on the fact that Pat Mahomes played a terrific game in the Super Bowl.
You remember a diving throw?
Diving back.
He was diving throw.
Yes. He played
He was ridiculous in that game.
Tremendously.
But he had no line. He had absolutely no line.
He was running for his life, okay?
Who was all that? Mitchell Schwartz? Who was the other guy? There was another guy.
And listen, I've seen that numerous times with Tony Romo over the years. I think that it should have been Green Bay KC last year. And as of right now, barring injury, I'm sticking with Green Bay, Kansas City, and I think Green Bay will beat Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
So I'll defend my pick real quick. The Chiefs-Rams. You remember a few years ago when we had that, what was it, Monday night or Thursday night game? That was the Chiefs and the Rams. And that was one of the most watched games ever. And they just went back and forth. Jared Goff was the quarterback, by the way. But we watched and we're like, oh, that should have been the Super Bowl.
It was like 54-52 or something.
Right, that should have been the Super Bowl. That was great. That was an incredible game. That's what I'm hoping for. And to be honest with you, from the Rams' perspective, Stafford can deliver that.
Listen, would I be shocked if the Rams go to the Super Bowl with Stafford? No. I would not be shocked.
Stafford's incredible. We talk about it. He's probably the most loved person on this show.
I love Matthew
Stafford. We love him.
If the Cowboys were to have pulled off a Rams trade and traded Dak for Stafford before the contract extension, I would have loved it. I would have loved it. And honestly,
Stafford, if you by chance ever hear this show, and I will hashtag him. By the way, I will hashtag him. I will @symbol him on this. If you by chance hear the show, we absolutely love you. We think you're an incredible quarterback.
Neither one of us are Detroit or St. Louis fans.
Well, I think we are Detroit fans, but I think that's Dan Campbell. But
no, but we're Steeler and Cowboy fans.
Correct. Nonetheless,
Okay.
Matt Stafford, 100%. And this is one of those things that me and him 100% agree upon. We support you.
Most underrated quarterback.
You are honestly an incredible quarterback who deserves better. And I'm hoping, my pick with the Rams is hoping you get better because I think you deserve it.
Dude, I remember watching Matt Stafford one year when he had Calvin Johnson and nobody. And he was getting the shit
Calvin
kicked out
Johnson
of
was
him.
damn good, though. He was damn good.
But he was getting the shit kicked out of him every single game throughout the year.
What do you remember when Detroit was 0-16?
And he just showed up. The guy just showed up.
All the time.
Matthew
He was
Stafford
good.
is the most underrated quarterback in the National
Coming from
Football
somebody
League
who has a beard,
since
I love it.
wait. Since Tony Romo retired.
Of course you went there. I can't say anything because I've had Ben Roethlisberger for years.
Tony Romo was 100% the most underrated quarterback in the National Football
Guys,
League.
my quarterback's Ben Roethlisberger. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He
Not
could be
all of us are that lucky, okay?
Once again, I've had Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, let me ask you
He's
something.
a quarter.
Let me
Hall of
ask you
Famer.
something. Okay, real talk right now. That's your show.
Real talk. That's my other show.
That's
guys.
your show.
Real talk.
Which you haven't posted an episode yet. It's been like 3 weeks. You
Hold on.
talking
Time
real
out.
talk.
But I did post you the other day, and you were saying, "Oh, what should I say?" Just tell me what you want. It's real talk. Just tell
It
me what
doesn't
you want.
matter.
Real talk.
You have yet to post. I posted like 6
Guys,
episodes.
we have drank so many shots now that
Doesn't
we are
matter.
literally just running our mouths.
We're running our mouth. Real talk. You have not posted anything. Real talk. Tony Romo
You
is
still haven't followed me after saying you're going to.
real talk.
Real talk.
Tony Romo was the most underrated quarterback in the National Football League. He took a team that went 2-14 without him to the playoffs every year.
Dude, I will.
I think he's proven it as an announcer how much of a genius the guy is.
Dude, the only reason I don't give Tony Romo enough credit is because of you.
I love Tony.
I know you do. I have a shirt. You've already seen the design. I just have to release it. I just don't know if the world's okay with that at this point.
It doesn't matter. I would wear it. I love Tony. I wanted to invite Tony to my wedding. Tony Romo is 100% one of
So
my...
hold on. Actually, why did you have to bring that up? He didn't invite me to his wedding, but he wants to invite Tony Romo to his wedding.
Okay, in my defense, my wedding list was invited prior to us being like best buds.
I was still working with you already at that point.
Yeah, but we didn't like each other at that point.
No, that's not a lot. That's not true. I was taking you out.
Towards the end, we started like...
You said you just didn't think I would travel that far.
That too. Anyways, Tony Romo.
Just saying, guys.
It's one of my favorite people of all time in the National Football League, and I think he was super underrated. If you put Tony Romo on Ben Roethlisberger's team, I think Tony Romo wins 5 Super Bowls. Barring injury, because that was one of Tony's biggest problems, the injury.
Truthfully, Ben is... me and you have talked about this. I think Ben is a scumbag.
Do I think that Ben is not a great talent? No, but do I think that when game is on the line, would I go to Ben or Tony? I would go to Tony all day long.
Here's my catch. Do I think Ben's a scumbag? Yes. Personally. And this is, once again, real talk. We're going to my other show here. Real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk, guys. Do I think Ben's a scumbag? Yes. Do I think he's an incredible talent, a Hall of Fame worthy talent? Yes. Have you ever seen a quarterback that breaks everybody's tackle? Everybody's tackle. And just run through them.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Would I put Ben in the Hall of Fame? Sure. I'm not disagreeing that Ben
Do you think
is...
Ben's a first ballot Hall of Famer? He won a Super Bowl. Remember, unlike Dan Marino, he won a Super Bowl. He holds most Steeler record.
I think Ben is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do I think Tony Romo's a first ballot Hall of Famer? Yes.
And I would agree with you if he won a Super Bowl.
It doesn't matter.
My catch is he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Tony Romo holds every Cowboys passing record in a...
I understand that, but Dan Marino holds at the time.
Dan Marino was the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Correct, but would you put Tony Romo and Dan Marino at the same time in the same category? Because Dan Marino set records at that point. Record breaker.
I think that...
Which, by the way, Steelers, that was a dumb decision not drafting Marino.
Do you agree that Tony's career ended early?
Oh, it definitely did. He didn't deserve to leave at that point. He was better than Dak at that point.
He was better than Dak. He was offered a fantastic offer by CBS.
And he decided to call quits. Yeah.
And he decided to call quits.
I
Could
don't
he have
blame
went to
him.
Denver and won a Super Bowl?
That's exactly where I was thinking. That was the
team that was rumored to get Tony Romo.
Well,
and would I have been shocked if Tony Romo and DeMarcus Ware won a Super Bowl together?
So
No,
hold
I
on.
wouldn't.
That was Peyton Manning retired, which just won a Super Bowl with Denver.
Right. Fantastic defense.
Tony Romo would have been the next step into that.
Great offensive line.
Which at
fantastic
that point
defense.
would have been better talented than Peyton Manning at the same time.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. Peyton Manning in his Colt years, different story.
No. But
Different story.
But end of Bronco careers, Tony Romo ran circles around Peyton Manning.
Better talented. But
Yes.
once again, we didn't get the chance to see him after his injury.
Right.
We don't know what he was. We didn't get.
We
get the
did.
chance.
We saw a 3-drive game against the Eagles when he went 158.3 quarterback rating, which is perfect, and he threw 2 touchdown passes against the Eagles last game of the season, which should have signaled to the Cowboys that you need to play this guy in the playoffs.
Once again,
He would have won a Super Bowl in Dallas.
I agree with you. Okay, and I actually 100%.
I'm so frustrated
Once again,
about that.
me and him 100% agree on this because I'm not. You mean, am I a supporter of Dak now? Yes, just like you are.
I finally came around to Dak
Correct.
Prescott, but only because of Tony Romo.
As weird as it is, me and him 100% have agreed upon this. And the Tony Romo, Dak Prescott talk. Dude, you've been as far as Cooper Rush.
I love Cooper Rush.
I know you do.
Okay.
Nonetheless, I agree. If he would have went to Denver, there was a decent chance Denver wins the Super Bowl again.
If he would have taken back over as starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys
Decent chance you guys won it.
in 2018,
Decent chance you guys won it.
or not 2017, we probably win the Super Bowl.
I don't say guaranteed. I don't say probably, but I would say decent chance.
if you watch that Green Bay Dallas game, which by the way, I just selected Green Bay to win the Super Bowl. Clearly, Aaron Rodgers is the kryptonite for the Dallas Cowboys. We almost won that game.
Yeah.
With Dak, who waited till the third quarter to finally play good in that game. Tony Romo would have 100% won that game. Tony Romo won the Green Bay Dallas game in 2014, where Dez caught the ball for the game-winning touchdown, and it was ruled a not catch, which I was at your house, by the way.
This is my fault, guys. I brought this up. We went this route.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, Tony. The simple fact of the matter is Tony Romo is the most underrated quarterback in recent years, and I think that Matthew Stafford is in that route.
I think Matthew Stafford is, but I can see where you're going.
Would it shock me if Matthew Stafford won MVP of the NFL this year?
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's how much I admire the game of Matthew Stafford.
You're putting him finally with a great coach. At least that's what we think. A great coach. That's what.
At least an above average coach.
That's what we're told is a great coach. Okay.
We're told a great coach
with weapons
and
a team that wants to win
and a defense.
But here's the catch: Detroit. Can you honestly tell me Detroit wants to win? They haven't proven it to me.
Wants to win?
Wants to win. Can you tell me they prove it to me?
I think
that
Dave
they
Campbell wants to win.
But he wasn't his coach. He wasn't his coach.
No. Matt Stafford had one potential season to be a winning quarterback.
Here's something I'm going to start on this. Prove to me you want to win, okay? Because the lines, until Dan Campbell came along, there's been no head coach that proved to me they want to win. Matthew Stafford going to the Rams.
Wait. What about the guy from Indianapolis? He was a coach for like 2 years there, 2 or 3 years there.
2 years? Come on, dude. You're talking to a Steeler fan who's used to 14 freaking years of coaching.
What was his name, though?
I have no idea,
black
dude.
guy.
Caldwell? Are you talking about Caldwell? The offensive line coach?
Caldwell? No, he was the offensive coordinator in... I don't have my phone on me.
Nonetheless, we can't even tell you because that's how shitty it's been. And we've been able to, as much as we've had shots, we've been able to tell you everything else. We can't tell you who's a caring head coach in Detroit.
Listen, Dan Campbell deserves all the success in the world.
I hope he does because he's a name I'll remember in that organization.
There will be multiple clips this year that is in the realm of that is in the realm of Danny Green's playoff. No. Danny Green's we had him and we left him off the hook. And what's the dude's name that did playoffs?
Playoffs? Jim Mora. Peyton Manning's coach.
I'm calling. This is the one thing I'm 100% correct.
Playoffs.
Dan Campbell will have 2 or more clips that will go down in NFL history because he already has one.
I think you're shooting low.
He already has one, right? He already has one. He's gonna chew kneecaps off. He already has one.
What's he gonna say when they don't chew kneecaps off? What are you gonna say?
Oh man, Dan Campbell is a highlight reel waiting to happen.
By the way.
And I hope he has all the success in the world.
I really do. By the way, Pat McAfee, we watch your show all the time. Please join Dan Campbell's staff. We would love it if you join his staff.
Plus, that'd be YouTube competition.
That would be so much. No, he was probably still doing a show.
You think he would keep doing it?
Yes, I think he would.
That'd be great.
Dude, he was gone this week, one of these weeks, and he had AJ Hawk hosting the show. By the way, any NFL guys, do you want to host the show with us?
By the way, I want to point out the fact that we're at like an hour and a half in on something.
And we're having fun.
I just came up with a whim. I was like, let's just do this and it'll be fun. And so we're going to have a recap episode in a couple.
We have a good whiskey, okay?
We have a great whiskey.
We have a great whiskey. And we have good content that we can sit here and we probably could go for 4 hours if you really wanted to push it.
You and I could probably... wait. I have more to talk about.
Oh, jeez.
Sean called me earlier this week.
What did he call you about?
Asking me what the difference between the Xbox Series S was.
I was going to bring this up, but he did already.
And the Xbox Series X is. So Sean is leaning towards getting an Xbox over a PlayStation, which is previous episodes.
Quick story.
However, wait. However, though, I want to point out the fact that if he was smart, he would not get an Xbox because Ian will 100% buy him an Xbox over the next 2 months.
I'm waiting for you to buy it, so I'm not.
Well, if I buy it, it's going to be an Xbox One, so you're going to have to upgrade it. Okay.
Hey, you told my brother you were going to get an X or an S.
I did not.
You did. Somebody asked you, though, on the show.
No.
You did. You did, actually.
Listen, I will make sure that Sean can get inside of our Madden League. But
I'll be honest with you, the reason why it possibly hasn't even happened...
Why don't you just let me chip in on your Xbox Series X? You tell me how much you're going to spend if you're buying from a scalper or buying
the
from
only reason I haven't bought one
and let me chip in $150 towards it.
If you want an honest opinion, the reason why I haven't bought one yet is because the only way I can find them for the X series, which if I do is going to be the X, is Scalper.
Yes.
S series you can find it. It's funny. S series, if you want to look for the S series, you can find it easily.
We'll get an S series then. There's no super big difference.
I need the HD.
Oh, you need the DVD player.
I need the DVD player.
The Blu-ray player.
Yes.
Yeah. Either way, he's coming. He's coming to the Xbox realm. I'm so happy.
Don't blame him. Blame my wife. My wife said it.
What'd your wife say, Sean?
She literally stopped and she's like, why don't you just go that route? All your friends have it.
Oh, so the same
story you have.
Same opinion.
Yes. But the catch is also, you guys have seen my brother a few times. He's been on the show a few times. You remember Jake?
Yes.
He has it. He's the same thing.
Xbox.
He has an Xbox, right.
What does Dave have?
Xbox.
What's Luru have?
Xbox.
What's Tony have?
And that's the reason why everybody keeps telling me to go this route.
I'm just saying.
That's literally the only reason.
There's literally no reason for you to sell any PlayStation.
If you want to go from my heart, it's PlayStation because I'm a PlayStation.
Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think in the next 3 to 5 years, Madden will be cross-platform?
Oh, probably next year, to be honest with you, dude.
I don't know if next year, but within the next 5 years, Sony and Xbox will be cross-platform with almost every title.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to go into discussion I want to have. I think that's the next episode or another episode.
All right.
Just because I feel like if we do that, we're going to be another hour into this.
Yeah, we're already an hour and 40 minutes in.
I feel like we need to get the kids' corner. Otherwise,
let's recap real quick. We both agree on Buffalo. We both agree on Pittsburgh. You take the Titans, I take the Colts, which was the 50-50 toss, right?
Colts would have been my other choice. So
we both agree on the Chiefs. You take Green Bay, I take Vikings.
Which is your Super Bowl champion.
When did they win the Super Bowl? As a wild card.
That's a wild card.
Right.
Well, like you said, they're still your champion, though.
I take the Cowboys. You take Washington football team. I take the Falcons. You take the Bucks. Which the Bucks is an easy pick there.
Oh, I was going easy on that one.
Yeah. I take Seattle. You take the Rams. Which, honestly, if you would have taken anybody other than the Rams, I probably would have taken the Rams.
Once again, it's a flip-flop.
It's a flip-flop.
It's a flip-flop.
Super Bowl, Green Bay Chiefs, Rams Chiefs.
Just like my Washington pick. If you would have actually went against your Cowboys, I probably would have won with your Cowboys.
Green Bay Chiefs, Rams Chiefs is our Super Bowl. So we both have the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So we're going to recap this right before the season starts, which I may be in Florida. This might be our first joint remote.
Okay,
meeting.
so we've talked about this. We definitely want to do this where we do remote. Like Jake and Ian did this where they did FaceTime. I think
Zoom.
we can pull.
We did Zoom.
Zoom. I feel like we can pull it off better. Nothing personal with Jake. I love you, Jake. But
Jake also did it from his phone, and there was some cutoff because for some reason I was cutting him off anytime I was talking. I think if we both do it from a computer.
I just think I'm better than Jake. I love you, Jake, but I'm just thinking better.
All right. Cheers, buddy. Oh, wait. Kids Corner.
Kids Corner. I was going to say, what are you trying to do?
Forget about Kids Corner.
What are you trying to do here?
And it's what I'm so pumped up about. So go ahead. You go first.
Oh, you're... Shit, dude.
You go first. I need to go second in this scenario.
Oh, man. Putting me on the spot here.
Yes.
How many things? All right. So I've been dealing... You guys know I was on vacation. Been coming back.
Yes.
So...
And you're all sick.
Ollie has an ear infection. Grayson's been sick. I've been sick. My wife's been sick. We all been sick. Truthfully, at the end of the day, Grayson and Ollie are troopers. These kids go through everything, and they are hilarious. We went to Kennywood yesterday together.
By the way, if you're not from Pittsburgh, Kennywood is our amusement park.
It's our Disney World. It's our Cedar Point. It's our any of those.
We have no other amusement park other than Kennywood, with the exception to a water park.
And actually, Kennywood is owned by Cedar Point.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
A few years ago.
Okay.
Like when I say a few, I mean like 5.
Okay.
Years ago. Nonetheless, we were at Kennywood yesterday, and I have to bring this up because we had a great day. Beautiful weather yesterday.
Before you get into it, that is why we are filming on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's actually why we're a day behind.
I was literally driving to the office to shoot with you, and you canceled on me.
Yeah, we had a great night. We were literally only leaving at like 8:30. So I called him. I'm like, hey, I can be there, but it's going to be super late. Let's do it tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Nonetheless.
This is why I'm dressed up nice.
You do look nice.
Thank you.
Look nice.
I bought 4 of these Timberland polos.
Oh, I didn't even catch the Timberland a minute ago, but that's nice. I'll be honest with you, next time we do this, I'm going to wear a suit coat, like sports jacket.
Please do.
Nonetheless, we went to Kennywood yesterday. I have to tell you, we went through the whole night, great night. We had all sorts of fun. We went to different rides. We had all sorts of fun, like the potato patch fries, which here in Pittsburgh is a thing. I will tell you, towards the end of the night, one of the last rides was in Thomas the Train. You know the Thomas the Train area.
I know the area.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been to Kennywood.
So there's that. Well, I think he definitely went with us like 2 years ago.
The last time I was there was with you.
Oh, okay. So that was the last time. Nonetheless, there's a helicopter in Thomas the Train. We put Ollie and Grayson on it. And usually I go on the rides with them because Ollie's still a little young. My wife talked me into it, so I decided to step away and let them go by themselves. My little son Ollie, this is too much for him. He decides you cannot control the level of going high or low on the helicopter. So he decides, if you touch it, I am going to bite you, Grayson. Me and my wife are off the ride. We have no control over this.
So wait, Grayson's trying to raise and lower.
Grayson's trying to raise and lower, touch the control up and down. Ollie is freaking out. No! And Grayson comes off the ride. He looks at us. He's like, he bit me.
Like where? On the arm?
On the hand, which would be controlling it. He bit him on the hand. That would be controlling it.
Wow.
And Grayson has a tooth mark on his hand.
Okay.
So we look at him. We're like, Grayson, you can go back on the ride by yourself. Ollie, go to sleep. It's bedtime, Ollie. All he gets put in the stroller. It's a night. Nonetheless, brother love.
I saw videos of Ollie riding a train, driving a train.
90% of the night was great. 90% of it.
Why do we not have video proof of him biting your son right now?
Would you be taping your son up in the air, tormenting your son?
100%, yeah.
Well, you have a son and daughter, but...
I have video proof of my son breaking his leg. I
I didn't know that, but that's...
yeah, so... I don't think I've ever been more excited for a kid's corner.
Yeah, you just want the sense of, I told you so.
And it doesn't really... I mean, it sort of revolves around my kids, but it doesn't really revolve around my kids. Okay, so my wife... love her to death.
This is kid-related, but also marital-related.
Marital-related, kid-related. She was bugging me non-stop about getting Roman a new
history
bed.
story. You guys watched the last episode. That will tell you what this is about.
She wanted to get Roman a new bed. Mm-hmm. My son Roman is turning 7 later this week or early next week.
He has to catch up to Grayson in size. Dude.
Whatever. Hey, you know what? He's a good kid. He's a good kid. He's a little wild. He's a good kid.
If you want to stop and take a time out. Actually, before you tell your story, I have to tell you, we just went to your birthday party. We have 4 good kids, don't we?
We do. We have good kids.
We really do. At the end of the day, we can joke around and have kids' corner and say what we want. But at the end of the day, I feel like the 4 of our kids are really good kids.
Honestly, all the kids that were there
they were incredible.
We had 8 kids there.
They were incredible.
And all of them were great.
But I'll be honest, the only reason I didn't bring them up is we haven't had Josh on the show. Josh hasn't decided to join us.
We need to get him on the show.
Let me know.
He's a hardcore Yinzer.
I know
probably more than you are.
He honestly, I may step in the middle. If he stops on the show, I may move to the middle and let him step here.
And he was just at training camp today. But anyways, long story short, my wife has 100% been on the we need to get Roman a new bed train. Okay? He had a Ninja Turtles toddler bed. However, Roman has slept in the Ninja Turtles toddler bed a total of maybe 10 times in the past 3 years. Since he's gotten a Ninja Turtles toddler bed. Not because the bed is not comfortable, not because he can't fit in the bed, which is my wife's argument, but because my son just likes to pass out wherever the hell he can pass out. He'll be playing with Legos and pass out on the landing, pass out on the stairs, pass out in the hallway, pass out on the stairs of the attic, pass out in the... Most of the time he passes out right where the door opens to his room. 99% of the time my son sleeps on the floor. 99% of the time. And if he doesn't sleep on the floor, it's because I personally picked him up, and he weighs about 60 pounds now, and carry him to his bed and lay him down.
This is, by the way, #dad life.
Right, #dad life. And I probably would have been in my wife's camp on this argument if it wasn't for the fact that you and I and our families went to Columbus together. And my son had a full-size
We should have done an episode, by the way, there.
We should have.
That office, that was an amazing office.
Perfect office.
We should have done that there.
Well, hey, whatever.
Next vacation.
It is what it is.
Next vacation.
My son had a full-size twin bed that he could have slept in. Where did he sleep? On the hardwood floor. One night in the closet. The second night in between the 2 twin beds. There's 2 twin beds. He slept in between on the hardwood floor.
By the way, my son was on the other bed. Actually sleeping in the bed.
So both nights slept on the hardwood floor in his blanket, okay? So my response to my wife is he does not need a new bed because he's not going to sleep in his bed.
Can you just get him like a little roll mat or something like that?
Something like that. He has that Ninja Turtles like foam thing. Yeah. He sleeps in that more than he sleeps in his bed. Okay. My wife decides the number one way to get Roman a new bed is to bug the living hell out of her husband. I was getting 2 to 3 text messages a day about his new bed. 2 to 3 conversations a day outside of the text messages. Finally, I just said, just stop. Just buy him the bed. I don't even care. However, You will hear that I was right and you were wrong. I just want you to know that. You will hear that conversation.
It is documented.
It's documented.
It's documented.
And she ordered him the new bed.
Mm-hmm.
She ordered him he wanted a bed you had to climb up the ladder to get into the bed. And he has a bookshelf beanbag thing going on under the bed. He wanted that. She ordered for him. It came in the mail. Now, mind you, I'm recovering from a ankle injury. My wife, due to basketball, by the way, my wife is recovering from a foot surgery where she had a wart scraped off of her foot. We are both injured. We both cannot walk properly. This bed comes 2 days before my birthday party. And I turn to her and go, you wanted the bed, you put it together. I'm not putting this thing together, you put it together. I was cutting the grass for getting ready for the party. She put it together because she invited a bunch of people over to our house for my birthday. She put the bed together. First night, Roman slept in the bed.
Yeah. She told me that. I remember that.
First night he slept in bed. I'm sitting there going, son of a bitch, am I wrong? There's no way that I am wrong about where my son will sleep. We are now on day 6, but he spent the night at my mom's house tonight. So through 5 days, he slept 1 day in the bed, 4 days in random spots on the floor.
He doesn't want to climb the ladder, does he?
No. No, he does climb the ladder. Last night, I walked into the bedroom around midnight. My wife was still awake. My son is passed out in the middle of our upstairs hallway. And I looked at her and went, I was right. You were wrong.
We need a button right now for the I told you so button.
End of conversation. I told you so. I win. You lose. You put that bed together. You spent $200 of our money for no reason. And I am on top of the world right now. Right? You know what I'm talking about. When you win a conversation, when you win an argument.
Marital conversations are
marital conversation
completely different.
With your wife and you win. It is like winning a Academy Award. Yep. It is like winning when there's
no comeback. It is winning the MVP of the NFL.
Yes, I am the MVP of Dad Life. Hashtag Dad Life. I won. She lost. Fuck you, Cassie. I win.
Wow,
you
I think
lose.
You're going a little far
no. I'm not going far. We spent $200 on a new bed and new mattress. I don't care. I won. We spent $200 for no reason. My son is still sleeping on the floor to this day. Done.
Next week on our Instagram account, there will be a question: is Ian in the doghouse?
I'm always in the doghouse. I have no filter.
Well, there you go.
I'm always in the doghouse.
On that note, guys, I think we did Kids Corner.
We did Kids Corner.
I think we've been about an hour and 45 minutes in.
This might be the longest episode ever.
Nah, I don't
Eric was 2 hours, right?
He was 2:14.
We found our favorite whiskey.
Yeah, I think we found it. I still didn't grab a Pepsi. I literally just did that shot and didn't even grab the Pepsi.
I didn't grab my diet.
And this is our last shot. Wiggle Pisky. Whistle.
Wait.
Whistle. Wiggle Pisky is what I was about to say.
Wiggle Pisky.
Whistle Pig. Thank you. You guys have created a whiskey that is definitely.
Sean spent $60 on you, but it was well worth it.
You were worth it.
Well worth it.
I feel, dude. Look at the bottle. We don't even have to question this.
Whistle Pisky is the reason why I chose Green Bay to win the Super Bowl. I just want you to know that.
Thank you, guys. Hour 45 minutes. Episode 21. We're getting there.
Love you, dude.
Love you, dude.
Signing off.
Love you guys.
Deuces.
See ya.
I don't know if that worked or not.